Greetings, this is Neville Shend. I'm a fleet operations manager currently with Pioneer Coach. Been with them for about 20 years now. And this blog or video blog is about entertainer coach drivers and commercial drivers in large. Because I basically started out driving back, way back with the Department of Highways in Manitoba, Canada. Driving water tankers and an underbridge crane, heavy equipment. And fast forward back into the early 90s, I was actually in fleet operations with Canada Post. Did a short little stint as a fleet operations manager there, but also drove trucks. I actually had a route going from Vancouver to the airport, delivering mail to the airport and bringing mail back to the processing plant in Vancouver. So I've always, I was a guitar player, played in a band called Dorian Gray. This is just a brief outline on me. It got into guitar teching, started guitar teching for Blessed Union. Previous to that, I worked with BC Rich Guitars, the import series, doing basically the guy that does the little signature and the guitar is approved. To go out, like setting up and that kind of thing. Then got into guitar teching, and after guitar teching, because I had my CDL, I got into driving. Bobby Edwards was driving Blessed Union of Souls. That's who I was guitar teching for, and I had a short little stint where he got sick, and then I drove the bus for him and guitar teched at the same time. This is, of course, DOT laws were very lax back then, but for the entertainment industry world. And so I did that little stint. Come 9/11, all our flight days got canceled, and I got a phone call basically asking me if I could cover on a Aerosmith Just Push Play tour, and I thought it was a joke, so I hung up on the guy, and then next thing I know, they called me back and said, "Don't hang up on me. Serious. I need, Bobby Edwards said you were a Canadian, you could get into Canada, and I have a bus that's having problem getting into Canada." So that's the beginning of my entertainment driving career. And it was basically because I slept on the bus, I knew what people wanted or what was important. So I delivered that, which is wax on, wax off, smooth driving, slow into the clover leaves, red lights, once it turns green, don't put on the fuel, just let it idle to go, and then slowly start accelerating when you're coming in, knowing way in advance that you're going to slow down, put on your turn signals, the 10 Mississippi lane changes, all these little tricks, like including, turning off the generator so it's not sucking from underneath, so when you pull into a fuel outlet, it doesn't smell like fuel throughout the whole bus. You're actually using your roof airs instead, and doing that slowly so that everybody climatizes to the sounds and stuff. And there's all sort of tricks, like whether it's the engine brake, learning to, if you're using it going down a hill, put on the accelerator a little bit, then click it off, and then release, and that way you never feel the little bump. So all these little tricks that I applied, and then I learned from veteran drivers as well. I applied, and then next thing you know, they never wanted me to leave. so that's how my entertainer driving career started, and got on with Pioneer Coach early in 2002, I think it was, with the Nelly tour, and then I've been with Pioneer Coach ever since. And as a driver, moved into fleet operations, and my moda operandi was basically to change it into a company that if I wanted to drive, it would be the only company I would ever want to work for as a driver. And I think I'm pretty close to getting there. It's a constant, you're always trying to adjust yourself because the climate in the industry changes, and things change, and regulations change, and wages change, and all these sort of things. But it's a nice moving target as long as your end game is always the same, which is I want to hit the bullseye. And that's what we've been trying to do. So I've been thinking about doing this blog or a video blog on the entertainment coach industry / commercial drivers, because most of us and almost all of us we didn't just land in the entertainment industry unless you had an aunt and uncle that worked in the music industry, or you were driving a Christian group that had their own bus, etc. Most of us came from truck driving. Most of us came from seated coaches. So we started somewhere, and we learned, and we bruised our knees, and some guys, we found mentors, some people that were willing to teach, and then we also met some people that weren't, had their own insecurities and didn't want us to win. They wanted us to fail. And I'm here to help you win. I'm here about the winners. I believe life's legacy, sooner or later, we all have an end date, and our mission in life is to encourage and help others. So we pass on our positivity and growth to the next generation. And that's why this has been inspired for me to do this video blog. Nothing else. It's truth. And truth, speaking of truth, truth is one of the most important things to get in life. If you're not truthful to yourself, then you cannot be truthful to others. And if you're not truthful to others, then your story is a lie completely. So stop lying. Just stop lying. Stop lying to yourself. Stop lying to others. Stop trying to embellish a story that is not true. That's one of the most important lessons in any endeavor. Never mind the entertainment coaches or CDLs or whatever. The people that excel and the people that get better and the people that win are the ones that don't lie. So stop lying. That's the most important thing I can give you in this first blog of mine, is stop lying to yourself and stop lying to others completely. Just tell the truth. Don't embellish it. Don't make it blurry. Just crystal clear, high definition, tell the truth. There's different ways to tell the truth too. There's ways of being tactful and having some couth, and there's ways of being like a little bit of a jerk and being a little hard edge on it. Now the trick is, you can be hard edge to certain people, and you have to, this is where wisdom and knowledge comes in. You have to know who you have or can be hard edged to and who you don't need to be hard edged to, who you can be a little softer about the truth, where you can just say, hey man, da da da, or whatever, and that person will accept it. And then there's some people that if you did that to, they wouldn't accept it. And those are the people that you have to be straight out, right on the bullseye, pull the trigger, boom, dude, this is what. And not feel bad about being that way about it. Just like, hey, because there are people out there that's the only thing they understand is a good bat over the head, and then move on. And don't become that person that you do, the bat over the head on everybody, because not everybody deserves that. There's only certain people that only understand that language, and you have to be wise enough to know which ones are that and which ones aren't, and adapt yourself to that, on that truth. But ultimately, the truth starts with you, your own truths. Start telling the truth about, where you come from, how you've been raised, all those kind of things. And they don't have to be negative. You can take negative things and turn them into positive things and apply them to your life. Communication is the most important thing in anything, whether you're a truck driver, whether you're a bus driver, whether you're a limo driver. Just be truthful. And also what you say and what you don't say. I've always, like in the entertainment industry, when I came on with a new client and I didn't know them, it wasn't a repeat client, it was a new client, I would always give it 2 weeks. That's a long time, but I would give it 2 weeks to just do my job, and I would not approach those people other than the nuts and bolts of it, like where we're going, what we need to do, nothing else. They don't need to know my life. They don't need to know whether I'm married, kids, blah, blah, blah. None of that. I would let them come to me. You don't go to them, let them come to you. And you just do your job. You know what your job description is. You know how to drive a hotel on wheels, or even if it's truck driving job. There are certain people that don't want to know where you're coming from or what problems you have. Keep those to yourself. Do your job. And then if you do your job well and you're kind, that's a big key, being kind. You don't have to love everybody, but you can be kind to everybody. Big principle, be kind to everyone. Even the jerks, be kind to them. So if you're kind to everybody, sooner or later, they're going to want to know, who is this dude? Or a dudette. Who is she? Who is he? why are they so nice? And they just do their job so nice and they're freaking great. Now they're curious. Now they come to you. And that's how you get long-lasting friends in this industry. And it's not about making friends, it's about doing your job and doing your job well. Everything else comes afterwards. That's the biggest trick. So I'm going to end this first blog on that. Be kind to everyone. Whether you're a commercial driver or whether you're just the dispatcher, not just, or you're the dispatcher or you're a manager or you're a client, you're a tour manager, you're a guitar tech, whatever. Just be kind. Key number one, be kind to everyone. Peace out.